the bag worker out of apartment 5B.
You're now tuned into the Apartment 5B podcast, where we chop it up about hip-hop, R&B, sports, love and life. Hosted by Kill.
What's good? Y'all tuning in to Apartment 5B podcast hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad up here in effect. I got my homegirl. We've been chopping up on Twitter forever, every day. Finally getting her in the cut. Porsha, what's going on, babe?
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, everything is good. Just glad to finally have you up in here. I got my brother.
Thank you.
The writer's bench. What's going on, good brother?
Peace. How are you?
Oh, man, everything is good. I got DJ Red One over there. I was saying, hey, what's good, bro?
Houston,
man, I can't keep up, man.
Astros.
Hey, look, they beat my Yankees, so they had to do something. If they lost, I'd have been hot.
Yeah, I understand. I got Nick out the ATL. What's going on, fam?
Another day, man. What's going on?
Yes, sir. And I got my brother Vegas. What's going on, fam?
Poppin', man. Yankees. Still.
I already know us. We gonna jump right into it. This week we talking about something I've always loved, something that I feel like a lot of cats don't take enough pride in anymore, and that's album covers. As y'all can see behind me, like, just growing up as a shorty, that's one of the first things that got me into digging was just these covers, just having dope covers and everything like that. So we getting into our top 5 dopest, but also our top 5 wackest album covers. So don't get it twisted. There's some whack album covers out there. So, and the wild part is some of the dopest albums I love got the wackest covers. And some of the albums that I've never been a fan of got some dope covers. So, I'm just interested to see how that plays out for everybody else. So let's jump right into it. Porsha, ladies first. What's your dope album cover, but then also give me a whack album cover?
Okay, so for dope one, I have Machiavelli.
Okay.
And then for whack one, I have Debrat's Unrestricted album.
Well, yeah, that's true. That's true on both ends. Now, tell me this: what was dope about the Machiavelli joint for you?
Honestly, I think it was just that everything sort of tied into the whole concept that he was going for. So the album cover is just very, I guess it just explains what you're about to sort of hear, and then the whole album is just dark, so everything just works together for me. That's why I really like it. I think it's so coherent with the content. Right.
I forgot. See, I got 2 of the biggest Pac lovers up here with you and Nick. I forgot, man. I messed up the Twitter world with the real world. I forgot I got 2 of the biggest Pac people up here. All right, that's right. And what was whack about the Brax Funk? I mean, I know what was whack, but explain why.
Honestly, I just don't understand why she's got like her face on her silhouette, and I just don't know what that has to do with anything.
Right.
Like, I mean, one face is good. I don't need to see like 20 of them all over you. Like, it's just weird. I just couldn't make sense of it, so it's whack.
No doubt. I feel you. Vang, I see you over there off of the puffing. So why don't you give me what was one of your joints, man? A dope one and a whack one.
Dope one, Wu-Tang, Into the Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers. A whack one, every Cannabis album. He's right though. He's right though. He's right though.
What's my man that loves Cannabis on Twitter? He gonna be mad about that.
I don't care.
Oh man.
Vang don't give these 3.
Yeah, I know he don't give 2 shits.
So, all right. So what was dope about the 36 joints to you? What was dope about that?
The 36 joints was dope because when you think about a lot of hip hop albums, the majority of them, they usually feature the artists on the cover, either flexing with some jewelry or girls or whatever the case may be. But these was the debut of these cats, and they all had masks on, white masks, with hoodies on. And, around that time, hoodies were real big, especially in New York. and the whole karate kung fu vibe of the scenery surrounding them. But their poses was like real hip hop, like, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like they were sizing up like they were gonna do some kung fu moves or anything like that. But I just thought it was real dope because it was also kind of fun at that time to be like, yo, I think that's Ghost, and I think that's RZA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
looking
trying to guess who it was.
And I think that's one of the things that about all album covers that's dope is the fact that, you know, it plays into the album, the intrigue of the album. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about y'all, but there are times where, you know, if an album cover is interesting, you know, you listening and not only you read through the liner notes, but you kind of trying to figure out and find a connection between that cover and the concept of the album. And I thought it was just perfect for, you know, what they were trying to achieve. So, and I heard it was supposed to only be Ghost that had the mask on, but then they all did it, which I think was better. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. And what's the beef with Cannabis? Is out all of them?
Well, like when you think about the debut album, right? The anticipation was crazy for his album, and I remember seeing that album cover and like, oh, so y'all just gonna put a big ass C on the cover, like, you know. But you know, he was so dope. You were kind of like, whatever. I know he's gonna spit, and one other point to the albums is the fact that, like you mentioned earlier, is I thought the album was going to be crazier than it was, so I could bypass the album cover. But when your content doesn't match, it's kind of like everything starts to fall down. You know what I'm saying? It makes it almost worse. But when you look at the history of his album covers, I think he had another C on the second album, just a brown C instead of a blue one. And then his other album covers just like just garbage, like, you know what I'm saying? Where you just looking like, I'm not listening to this shit. So yeah, every Cannabis album.
All right,
every Cannabis album.
Nick, what you got up for us, bro? Dope one and a whack one.
Dope one. We're gonna start off with ODB.
I knew Nick was gonna take mine.
Yes,
damn you, Nick.
and the whack one. I love this group, but this cover was just whack. I don't know what.
That's what is whack, baby.
To the Alcoholics.
Yeah. The Alcoholics.
So the dope name for this is self-explanatory. A rapper with food stamp on his cover. So you laugh to the first, like, this nigga crazy. Then when you listen to the album, you realize the nigga is crazy. So it's perfect. Like you get what you expect when you look at that cover. And the Alcoholics, I don't know what they were going for. It's like a fake ass waterfall in the background with them doing like breakdance moves, I guess. The shit was whack. Doesn't make you anticipate listening to the album. It has some heat on it though, luckily, because you know they're a pretty dope group. But the album cover definitely doesn't make you like, yo, I gotta hear that album. It was just three niggas in front of a waterfall.
Now the funny thing about that Old Dirty joint, because that was one of mine too, is I remember getting back in the day where you had the hip hop stickers and everything.
Yeah.
So I remember the stick in the mail at the radio station just being like, yo, is this nigga welfare card? Like, this is really a wild dude. Like, so I definitely feel you on the Old Dirty, and I definitely feel you on that Alcoholic joint.
That was terrible.
Yeah. And the crazy that was the album with the Old Dirty joint on it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, with the liquid what was that called? Over that symphony.
Like drunk something.
Yeah.
Hip hop junkies.
Hip hop junkies, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that joint.
Yeah.
Drunk
what you got for us, bro? Ed, what you got?
Me? Oh, I got I guess for my dope joint, I'm gonna go with the Shawnee Smith & Wesson. Which I'm redoing the Roy Ayers joint. And for my whack one, I'm gonna go with Vibrant Thing. Cause that shit was butt. Booty, butt.
Out, right? The
amplifier, yo, with the fur coat, like this.
Yeah, with the fur coat, with the man,
with the purple bandana.
The chest was right.
Yeah, that shit was butt. Yeah, I don't know what tip was on that album, man. But
that was his Lenny Kravitz swag.
Yeah, I remember seeing it and being like, who who is it? I thought it was somebody else. I thought it was like, no, this is not Q-Tip. This is a different Q-Tip. This ain't Q-Tip.
He was on his Soul Aquarian.
It was Q-Tip.
He was on his Soul Aquarian.
Nah, he was Aquarian something, but he wasn't soulful. Oh, no. But yeah, and you know, my dope one was The Shining. I thought them redoing the I think is that Roy Ayers? It was Roy Ayers album, right? Yeah. I thought that was dope the way they did it with the eye and you know the whole camp surrounding the joint. I thought that was dope.
No doubt. This is another for cats who ain't never seen this. A little 45. This like the rough version or the effects to it or whatever. But yeah, again, that was definitely one of mine. So I got a whole list because I figured y'all want to do one.
Yeah, he took one of mine.
Yeah, Brett, what you got for us, good brother?
All right, so my dope one, Jizza, Liquid Swords.
Another mine's Rag James.
And then my whack one, first one I'm gonna go with is Lil C's The Wonderful World of C's. Hey Leo. So let me explain them, right? So the Jizza Liquid Sword joint, man, it's like a kung fu movie on the chessboard. Go ahead.
Hold tight. I'm mad, Nick. You got that so
hold on, did you pull it out?
Yes.
Took my pull it again.
Nick has
man.
I hope that you're listening because you ain't supposed to have something that whack that readily.
That readily available.
You know, I come prepared for this, so I want to got my whack ones.
Okay.
You just want to make sure that's not in your heavy rotation right now, man.
No,
make sure it's not in your heavy rotation.
Please. That album got one listen back in what 99 when it came out, and that was it. So the Jizza album, man, Liquid Swords, it's a dope cover. To me, probably number 2 behind the ODB joint. But
I agree.
He's on. It's pretty much his play on like a kung fu flick. He's got the guillotine. You got the dead bodies on the chessboard. He's got the hoodie with the Jizza symbol. Just a dope cover, man. I think it was a good prelim from a visual standpoint to what he was gonna get with the album. And then I mean, Nick just showed you why the little
that shit was whack.
I mean, that lets you know that the album was gonna be straight garbage. He butt naked, got legs in front of him. I don't know what his thought process was.
Yo, but the worst part about that is still in the days of labels where you still got an A&R department. You know,
somebody said to him no.
Yeah, they okayed that.
Right.
Nobody said no.
Right, like nobody from Brooklyn said no. Like,
right.
Please
and I know D-Rock and them. I know they were having a little bit of legal issues, but bro, you got a phone call, something, or a kite, something.
Right.
It was just bad. So that's my first go around, man. Sorry.
All right, I don't know. Y'all know I'm a show off. So going to the Jizza joint, you got the ill.
Yes.
The chessboard.
Only what is it?
Don't you got the chessboard?
Nah. This is all I got right here.
Okay.
Oh, hold up. Turn that. I didn't even peep that. Kill. Turn it around. That's an actual picture.
Yeah,
that's dope.
On there, you know. There's only 39 of 100 made. So it's definitely one of my favorite pieces in the studio.
That's fresh.
The first joint I'm gonna go with, because I was such a graffiti head growing up, the Wild Style soundtrack. Like this joint, man, I must have stared at this for hours trying to emulate the same style and everything like that. And it's funny, just the other day I was talking to Nate and we were talking about graffiti, and she was like something about Beat Street. I was like, yeah, but like in Wild Style. She was like, she ain't seen Wild Style. I was like, come on in, let's sit down. You know, excuse some of the cursing, but you gotta definitely see Wild Style. And then one of my first whack ones, I'm gonna go with something new. Damn by Kendrick Lamar. I thought that was a joke when I actually saw it. Like when it started floating around Twitter, I was like, "Oh, this is a joke, man. Come on, this ain't."
It is a joke, really.
I mean, it is.
He'll tell you that.
Well, but then why was it the album cover? Like,
because we gonna buy it anyway, and we did.
I guess so, but that to me, I'm still one of them old heads that like, yo, the cover means something. Like, put some effort into the cover. Like, you know, Vegas talking about P&B new album cover. It looked like it was just sticking. Like, that's what Kendrick Lamar joint looked like. And I think that was everybody's reaction when they saw it was like, yo, this can't be the album cover. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Kendrick Lamar's "Damn" as one of my first joints. Porsha, what's another dope and another whack one you got for us?
A dope one is Ice Cube's Death Certificate.
That's a good one, Porsche.
I'm running out of options.
And I love it because I think I love that the toe tag is Uncle Sam, I think it says. And then it's just like, it's so anti-government and anti-system, and I love that. So for me, like, that's totally in line with my thought process. So I just love to see Ice Cube do that, and he's so the man to do it. So I love that one. And then the whack one is Ludacris's Chicken and Beer. It's the same. It's in the same. It's in the same vein as C's album cover. Like, you're surrounded by fried chicken, and then you've got like a lady's leg and like a salt shaker, but it's like half tipped, and you're like, no, I don't know. Like, this is a situation where how come no one told Ludacris this was a bad idea? And he's not the dopest rapper ever, so it's not like you could bypass the album cover and be like, oh, well, it's going to be a really good album. It won't, and it wasn't, so I don't know. So to me, that one was pretty whack.
That is true. There was a whack album cover because I may have heard one or two joints. Is that the joint Saturday that Organized Noise did? Was that on that one, Nick?
Nah, I think that one. I don't remember what was on Chicken and Beer, honestly.
I'll tell you in a minute.
I mean, keep in mind, I've never listened to a whole Luda album.
I don't remember what the single was. It might have been Splash Waterfalls or some shit.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Whatever. All right, Veg, what's another dope and whack one for you, bro?
Another dope one is Snoop Doggy Style, and a whack one is Baby's album Birdman. Just Google that shit. But Doggy Style, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty straightforward. You know, it was a cartoon. But again, this was a highly anticipated album. You know what I'm saying? From Snoop. You didn't know what the cover really was going to look like. We could assume, you know, it was going to look like some typical West Coast shit. But, you know, the fact that it was a drawing, it kind of played into the character of Snoop. You know what I'm saying? It made him more than just a rapper in some ways. You know what I'm saying? Kind of the way he is today. You know what I'm saying? And so I really dug that joint. That was another one. You know, I just kind of stared at it because it was like taking his life in the hood and turning it into a cartoon. You know what I'm saying? Where he's this dog. I just thought it was a dope idea for a first album. Now, Baby Birdman album. I'm saying, just look at it. They like merged this nigga with a hawk or some shit, and it's just terrible idea.
Yeah.
Like, how do you get this back and be like, oh yeah, baby, this gonna work?
We gonna put this on the.
It looks terrible.
Can't wait till they see this on the end caps.
Yeah, can't wait till they get to this Birdman album. Like, you're an actual bird on your fucking album. Come on, man. So, and you know what, Kill? That wasn't even on my list. I just happened to be scrolling through on the internet, and I was like, "Holy shit! Why? How could I not?" You know what I'm saying?
You talking about the number one stunner joint?
Nah, the album's called Birdman. And like half of him is bird, and he got feathers and shit on his neck.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, it's bad.
I did have Death Certificate down as one of my favorites, but she took it.
Yeah, y'all done took like 3 of mine.
Now, here's the wild part. Snoop album to me, I got that as one of my whack joints. When I saw that in the record, so I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is this?" I gotta cover my talk sometime. Did Snoop's nephew draw this? Like, did somebody blind draw this?
It was like his cousin or something.
Worst sketch in the world. Like, I'm looking at this album cover, like, yo. Like, not like 187. I'm waiting for this on Long Beach Boulevard or something. And it's like, yo, just the sketcher was just horrible to me. I was like, yo, but I love the album. But I felt like that cover was bad. It's just funny. I was different things, but that's what's up. Nick, what you got up next, bro?
She took mine, but I'm gonna put it up anyway so people can see it. Iconic. He shaved the Jerry curl, you know, Uncle Sam on the joint. Actually, Snoop got a version of that now with Trump with the toe tag. So he posted that on Instagram.
Okay.
for the whack joint, Naughty by Nature, man. It's like that's just a that's how plain that shit is. A plain even the text is whack. Nigga, just three niggas in front of a white background. And Trench always gotta have like a bat or a chainsaw, so he got the chainsaw on this one. Naughty by Nature, all of their album covers is whack to me, honestly. So that's my whack. They dope though. I like the group, but the album covers was never dope.
Yeah, that joint looked like that's one of the joints you took in your mom's house. Like you just moved.
Yeah, it looked like a bootleg CD.
Yeah, you just need a promo cover like they used to do back in the day. Something real quick. And what you got up for the next one, fam?
I take it we're not going to do like the obvious, so I'm gonna stray away from the obvious because are we doing the obvious or no?
I mean, what's the obvious?
Yeah, what's the obvious?
Illmatic. Illmatic is always going to fall in there somewhere. That's like the dopest album cover to me of all time. But I ain't know if we're just like not doing that one because it's an obvious.
Yeah, that's why I kind of left it off of mine because it is dope as hell.
It's like it's the.
I'm not actually a fan of that one.
No, that's a trendsetter.
You know what?
I know it's a trendsetter.
Of the album portion or the cover?
No, the cover. I'm not a huge fan of the cover.
What?
I'm not even a huge fan of Big's "Ready to Die" either, to be honest.
Well,
I don't know.
I mean, I ain't like that. That was quite. That was big. So I wasn't a fan of that. But I've never heard nobody say they didn't like Illmatic album cover.
I'll tell you, okay. Getting whacked over time when he kept going to it.
Exactly.
Well, the fact that he kept using it. That's a different story.
On my list.
Yeah. But to me, that you're joining with the baby face, not the baby face, but a younger Nas, and you got Queensbridge behind him, and the whole translucent thing. I thought that shit was just phenomenal.
Wasn't a typical rap cover too.
It was, exactly. Yeah. You didn't know what you was gonna get. Yeah. My one that kind of hurt my feelings, and this is before I even knew what the album title was. It's Taste of Chocolate. See my face? Taste the fucking chocolate, man. I don't know why he did that too. I still feel some kind of way with Kane about that, man. I'm gonna leave that alone, man. Taste of Chocolate.
Now, Taste of Chocolate.
I don't know if y'all got
with him with twist in his hair, right?
Yeah.
He was looking real sweet and suspect.
That was after that Madonna.
And I'm a Kane head. Like, I was a Kane dude, and when I saw the album cover, it just affected my life, man. I'll never be the same again, man. Just it's like watching your hero just. I don't know, man. Come out with booty shorts on or something, man. I don't know. It just like it just ain't the same, man. It just ain't the same.
Oh man. Booty shorts, huh?
Yeah. So I mean, not that this Kane, because Kane is still the man, but that was a dark time. It was a dark time.
It needs to be this. That was a dissable album.
It does.
So I'm like, I don't do that, yo. You came, so we can't not. That deserved to be this.
I understand, but he was, it was Kane though. It was Kane, so that's why I just, it hurts a little bit more.
What's the follow-up album cover?
Exactly, I was about to say he won up it.
Who was on after that?
That was the Prince of Darkness.
Prince of Darkness. Yeah, man.
Standing in the curtain like
real bad.
That's this vampire from Brooklyn, Jamal.
Man.
Oh man.
It's sad to say. Nick's sitting there thinking like, and y'all still be saying this thing.
He in the top 5.
He's ahead of his time.
It's too early. That's fucked up, Nick. That's fucked up.
All right, Ray, what's your next one?
Jesus, man. All right, so my good joint is gonna be Pete Rock and CL Smooth. Main ingredient.
Ooh.
And then my whack one,
I don't have no dope ones left.
is Yeezus.
Yeah. So, what was the Yeezus cover?
Exactly. It wasn't a fucking cover.
Oh, okay. That
So main ingredient, man, is, everybody here knows, the Pete Rock CL Smooth, man, but the secret sauce and all that, they kind of keep everything as far as the creativity, but it was one of the first times we got to see somebody actually in the studio working. And then on the backside, he had the cover with the studio. I love that album. I remember they was giving out the little postcards with it on there had them working. I love that album, man. Love the album, love the cover. Yeezus, this was the album that he said that he was going to be like Jesus and all this other stuff. He was going crazy. And when the album came out, it was literally a CD. There was no cover.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, man. You can't call yourself Jesus or you the next coming in hip hop and just give us a CD as an album.
Yeah.
Because you can't see Jesus.
Right,
Jesus is unseen.
Like it was just the album was terrible, the cover was terrible. So I'm sorry, man. That album.
Evan's right. It went over your head, B. You wasn't.
Jesus.
It was supposed to see it.
Hey, I guess not. I want to see it.
I agree with you on that, Joy. The next joint I got up, Uptown Saturday Night, Camp Low, the play on the old Ernie Hines joints from Marvin Gaye's I Want You. The Ernie Hines playing for Good Times, you know what I mean? And I just felt like this really like meshed in with Camp Lo was because they were such 70s style rappers and everything like that and dressing. And I kind of felt like this album cover was perfect for that. And like Porsha said earlier, Ready to Die. I thought that album cover was whack and
Weak sauce.
we just got a white background and like a big like, we just got some random baby, put them in it's like this album cover.
Last minute as hell.
Yeah, like yo, like how you gonna have Big, this MC with Unbelievable and all these songs and he's buzzing and like that's the album cover, you know what I mean? And then you know you have to deal with Ray and Ghost dissing them, like Nas, and the funny thing is I never thought he bit Nas because it was such a whack cover. Like I didn't even see the correlation. Like one is a baby in a white background and the other is a young kid in a dope background. But I just thought Ready to Die, which is one of my favorite albums. Same thing with Doggy Style, but I just felt like two of my favorite albums just had whack ass covers. Like and Bad Boy. This is like Bad Boy like out there. I remember Puff having the Big Mac ads with Craig Mack and like this is Puff being a genius. So it's just like, yo, how do you have ads that are doper than a fucking album cover? Like I don't understand that. But
Yeah, man, I have to add too. Like I can't look at that album without hearing Ghost and Ray.
Yeah, no, right?
Anytime I see that album, I hear them. They been nice shit, you know. I don't want to sound like me on no album. Every time I see it, it plays in the back of my mind.
yeah,
Wow.
it's such a horrible album cover. In fact, I think with my joint, I think the big joint I got, I don't even got the album cover on it. I just did a Yeezus joint. I just took the cover out.
Damn, you on this right.
Damn, that's bad.
It just goes straight.
That is bad.
That's how whack the cover was. I just was like, fuck it, we'll go straight to the CD. So, Porsha, what's some more joints you got for us?
Only Built for Cuban Links as a dope one. And I love it because, it's my favorite album in hip hop across the board. Like, I love that album. But I really like the font that Raekwon used. So, like, the little letters inside of the big letters. I love the, I think on his shirt on the album cover, he's got Cuban links, the Cuban link chains on there. And so I think, again, back to the coherence of it all. And then he's ahead of Ghost. Ghost is behind him, like as you know, like a feature. Like he's the main dude, and then Ghost is like, you know, the support or whatever. I just like the way the whole thing looked. So I thought that was a really dope one. And then a whack one is Cameron's Confessions of Fire.
Yep. Yep.
And I think that's self-explanatory. I mean, I don't think
like
I can
a shirtless
say.
steel mill worker.
Yeah, like I can't say my reasoning. I don't think on here, but I just think
Yeah,
it's
don't say it publicly.
We'll catch
as long
flack.
as yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
he had a very pause-worthy cover.
Yeah, we'll say YMCA.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, I didn't like that one. But.
Yeah, that was whack as hell. That was real whack. That was I know that's one of the movies, but again, how did you get through the A&R department? Like, yo, I get it. Sometimes your boys will be like, you got a whole bunch of yes men, but I'm like, yo, this dude ain't even a star yet. Like, yo, somebody tell this dude something. He was with Undias, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, how you gonna have not gonna tell somebody, yo, like, come on, dog, you whatever. Yeah, so I agree with you wholeheartedly. Veg, what's another group you got for us?
Another one, well, a good one to me, and I think for me it was more so about covers that pique my interest as opposed to just being really fly. You know what I'm saying? But I got Mr. Scarface's back. I had heard that record on the radio, and I was already a fan of him from Ghetto Boys. But when I heard that record, I was like, damn, I want to see that. I want to get that album. I went to the record store, and it's basically got a gunfight going on the cover of the album. I was like, yo, give me that shit. Like, and it didn't disappoint. That's the crazy part. Like, what was on that cover was on that album. You know what I'm saying? So, for a whack one, time to go at the God. Rakim, the 18th letter.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that?
I agree with that. Yeah.
Like I could cover his eyes and be like, "Yo, Kill, check out this Father MC cover." And you'd be like,
"Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Shit,
Y'all cool."
Yeah. And remember, like when the 18 letter was coming out, we was hyped because it was like, "Yo, Rakim is back. He got a solo. The Primo joint is crazy." And the album cover came out, and I'm like, "Yo, where this nigga shirt at?" Like, cause y'all.
Nah, I got the album, right? Yeah,
but you know how you just see mad shoulders.
Yeah,
and shit.
like,
I'm like, what is this?
He tried to get his LL on.
I couldn't comprehend it because I'm like, 18th letter. I don't get it. Like, what the fuck? Then he had a bald head, and I didn't even know that. So, but yeah, man, it was just a lame album cover for such an esteemed dude on his return. You know, after not being with Eric B. and Rakim, it was just lazy. Like, like you said about the other albums, just some laziness. So,
right, no doubt. Nick, what's another group you got for us?
Dope one, Brand Nubian, God We Trust. Y'all being from New York, y'all could probably break it down more than me. This is one of those album covers. I didn't get the album right away. I got it like maybe 6-7 months afterwards. But every time I was in the tape store, I'd be like, that album cover just always got my attention. I wonder what that sound like. And this was like my family. We ain't always have cable, so I wasn't always catching no videos and shit like that. So I didn't hear none of the songs. But it was just something about "In God We Trust" with that currency burning. I was like, I wonder what that sound like. So that cover always piqued my interest. Dope album too. The best Brand Nubian album to the younger head. For the bad one, we got. He went to the well one too many times, man. Actually, Nas had a string like this one, Nostradamus and Stillmatic was all terrible to me. But this, just one too many times, bro. You like, Illmatic was dope. It Was Written was dope. I Am, that cover was just not working.
Oh, now I don't want to belabor a point, but when you said the best Brand Nubian album,
I heard that. I heard that too. Yeah.
We have that debate all the time. I know the older heads, they like the One for All, or All for One, whatever it's called with Puba. Y'all know me, I'm not the biggest Puba fan either. So yeah, I like In God We Trust better.
That sounds like a show.
Sound like a show. Let's not veer off. That sound like a show.
Now here's the wild part with that too. I thought that Brand Nubian cover was whack as shit. I was like, what is this? Like, y'all ain't got no budget? Like,
they probably did.
It goes with the album though. Y'all don't get it?
And God We Trust the burn.
Y'all don't get it?
But Puba left, so they probably didn't have no budget.
I got it.
It was in God's hands.
Like, just because 1 + 1 you don't get the slide fit. Like,
they said all money ain't good money. All right, I get it. Get it?
Yeah.
I'm like, that's like some nowadays shit. Like, this 93, this the hip hop, and that's the outcome. Like, it's like, y'all niggas just got $1 out y'all pocket and a lot.
Yep, lit it up.
Whole picture.
God We Trust.
Nah, it's all good. What's your other joint, man?
My next one is Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders.
Yes,
just
sir.
an amazing album cover, front and back. And for my whack one is Tribe Called Quest and Love Movement.
Yep, I had that one.
Oh, that shit was trash.
Just plain as hell.
Plain and wearing, it was just trash. But one of my favorite groups got one of my favorite album covers and one of my least favorite album covers. So
Tribe, B Tribes and like that album cover was whack too. Like that's Y'all was trying with
it wasn't as bad as Love Moon, but it was different.
Yeah. It was different. Now you taking the Afrocentric woman. Now she in space with the whole family and shit. Like it was like,
oh yeah.
Did you tilt the cover? Did you see the difference when you tilted it?
Yeah, but I'm like, yo, I don't need. Like here come the whole space African family, and it was just like, nah, bro, like nah. And it, to me, it reflected the album too. So.
And on Love Movement, didn't they have their shoes off or something like that? Wasn't they feet out?
Yeah, in there with the Jesus falls.
Strange shit.
Well, people was going through religious transformations. I told y'all there's the John Davis Q-tip and the Come On.
Yeah.
Two totally different people.
But what happened to the other two? They agreed. They had to agree with that shit too.
You could tell
everybody be like, nah.
You can tell
not one person was like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Ali was just happy to be in the beach, man. He like, yo, I don't scratch.
You could tell Fife wasn't happy. Look at that picture. Fife wasn't happy about that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't call it. Rack, what's another cover you got, man?
All right, so my dope album cover is Boogie Down Productions, By All Means Necessary. And then my whack one, he makes my list twice, The Life of Pablo, Kanye.
Yeah, that shit was what?
It looked like the Charlie Brown artist could have did that, John. It was just straight womp womp. He had the cross between them albums. That album was trash.
Dumb album cover.
Album was trash. And then By All Means Necessary, you got KRS with the play on
you got that on vinyl?
Photo. Oh no, I ain't got that. Who got that?
That was
got that on vinyl? Oh.
You spent money on that?
Yeah.
But it's bootleg too. It's not because it never came out officially.
Yo, I like the album, man. It got
you got to acetate?
Got the clear joint too.
You got to acetate to the album.
Oh,
that's what's up though. But
no, it's not.
But the By All Means Necessary, man. You've never seen it. It's the BDP joint. It's KRS One with the play on the Malcolm X photo with him looking out the window. Probably about 6 months before he was assassinated, man. So dope album cover.
Yeah, that was one of my first album covers as a little kid. Seeing that joint and being like, "Yo,
I didn't.
What the fuck is that?"
I didn't get it, and then my uncle put me onto it. Probably about maybe 7 years later, when he felt I was mentally ready to understand what it was. Yeah, and after that, I've always been intrigued with Malcolm X, the teaching, stuff like that. I've always read. So it was just one of the first things that sparked my interest in something that I didn't know that was going, stick with me for the rest of my life. But dope album cover.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
I'm sorry, Kill, that you got The Life of Pablo on. Right?
Yeah, we all apologize for that. We're sorry, Kill.
Wild part. I like the album. The album ain't that fucking bad.
Ain't that bad? Yeah, when you say ain't that bad,
it's bad.
It's bad.
They got like 5 cuts on there, Kill. Come on.
Yo, let me look at this.
It's like 5 cuts on there, man.
Yo, I like Ultralight Beam. Father Stretch Thy Hands is dope. Fame and Havoc there was crazy. Waves I rock. Off topic. We getting off topic, man.
School, when they get bored in school, they be like this.
That's a whole nother show. My next album cover is Stimulus Package by Freeway and Jake One. They got the album with it's a wallet.
Oh yeah.
Side and the money is all the liner notes.
That was dope.
Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. You put me onto that one, Kill, because I didn't have that cover.
Crazy original album. That was just crazy to me. A whack one. I don't even know if y'all ever saw this cover, but y'all have to people watch and Google it. It will make you laugh. Play It Again, Shan by MC Shan.
That sound like a whack album.
That's MC Shan shit.
Yeah, but it's like him.
Play it again, Shan.
That's some old shit. Played it.
Who thought of the album title, man? Damn.
Hold up. This is the album title? Oh my god.
Yeah,
A&R quit on that project. He was like, I'm out. I can't even do this no more.
the cover is like and his wife and his son like at a grand piano and like tuxes. It's horrible. It's horrible. But
This looks like a wedding photo, Kill.
no, maybe it was. I don't know. Look, this is MC Share like 91. Budgets ain't right. Maybe he had to take the wedding budget and combine it with the album budget. I ain't here to judge nobody, man.
Me neither,
But the album cover was whack. It was whack as hell. It was a very whack album cover. Just Google it and y'all will laugh for the night. Porsha, what's some more joints that you got?
For Dope One, I got Aquemini.
I was getting there.
Yeah, sorry.
all good.
Yeah, so I just think it's dope because all that background illustration I feel like is just captured in what like Outkast in general. They're dope. The album's dope. The cover's dope. Everything about that was great. So Aquemini, and then the whack one is Snoop's
the inside picture.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
My bad. I mean, I was saying even the inside of that album cover was
exactly.
That shit was
Exactly.
dope. Yeah.
And then the whack one is Snoop's. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's like that. The one with the dogs.
No
on
Limit.
It.
The No Limit one.
Yeah, the
I
No
have it on
Limit
my
one.
It's called the
Yeah,
Game.
you could just do that whole
Sold,
catalog.
Not told.
Game
Yeah,
to be sold. Not
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It was the first one they did with No Limit. It was terrible.
It was terrible. So yeah, and I actually stopped. Like I gave up on Snoop too after a while. So that didn't surprise me.
Yeah, I haven't heard Snoop album after Doggy Style. I hear
Come on, Kill. He got like
No,
two.
he got
Either did I.
Good ones.
I
He
hear
got some joints, man.
He got some singles. I don't know about 4 albums.
He said some
He got.
I don't know.
He got some singles in there.
I'm with Greg. It's starting to sound like they aight, but I'm like from Snoop. Snoop is like LeBron. Well, not no more, but when he first was out, it was like, yo, I expect this dude is Snoop. Like I expect like 4.5, 5 mic albums from this dude, and you know, I don't think I'm ever gonna get that ever again.
Nah.
Told you, man. Blue carpet treatment.
Yeah,
that is
that's,
a tight one.
that's, yeah,
that is a tight one.
Insane.
How many mics carpet Meg?
That's a 4 mic.
How many mics you give it?
I could give
Which
it like
Blue carpet treatment.
4.5.
Wow, 4.5. So
Yeah, Blue Carpet.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
dope,
tight
man.
one.
It's like
Knots is on there. It's dope.
Alchemist
Dope.
there to join in there.
It's
Yeah,
dope.
Strays on there.
It's dope.
all right. I mean,
All right, I got homework.
It's a dope album. It's about 10 years old, but it's a dope album.
what's the cover like though? Is the cover dope?
It's it's like a typical
Snoop cover. Yeah.
All right,
cover.
all right. No doubt. Nick, what's in? Oh, my bad. What you got?
Yeah, mate.
I got To Pimp a Butterfly as a good cover. What I liked about it was the fact that, you know, if you don't know, I'm from the hood of Brooklyn, New York, Gates Avenue, Bedford-Stuyvesant. So when I see something that's really hood in a place where it don't belong, sometimes I get happy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the fact that when you look at that cover, nobody got shirts on.
Yeah.
It's kids. It's dudes with liquor in their hands. I think they had guns or whatever. Just all and just wilding on the front of the White House lawn. And I think what kind of helps that is the fact that the content in the album. You know what I'm saying? Because you could easily look at that cover and assume it's something else, but it was more like a celebration of black men because there's only black men on that cover. So I just like the subtlety of it, how it seemed like it was a cover about one thing when it was about a whole bigger issue, especially at a time where, you know, a lot of our young black males was getting killed by cops. So it was kind of like, you can't get rid of us type thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I thought that was dope. Now, Whack One, The Locks, We Are the Streets.
Oh yeah.
Nigga, do you have to be literally in the streets to be
Yes.
like, y'all remember that cover?
Yes, it's on my list.
Yo, I was looking at that shit like, yo, not only do they got the whack hooks, they got this whack ass album cover. Which, if you look at all three of their album covers, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
All three of them. One is the shiny suit version. The Rough Riders joint is the, you know, we in the concrete and shit. You know what I thought about when I first saw that? Remember in The Wiz, when all the people are stuck in the and shit, and they start coming out. I was just looking at that like, I can't take this album seriously with this cover. So yeah, man, the Locks, We Are the Street, whack ass album cover. When we were supposed to be celebrating the fact that, you know, they were able to have the freedom to do what they do. And I didn't really enjoy that album that much.
The album was hot garbage.
Didn't help.
A whole bunch of Swiss beat keyboards. Like,
yeah, it was kind of terrible.
Yeah, that's the hard part with me with the Locks. It's sad because like it's all dope 3MC. All three of them are dope MC. You know what I mean? So it's like you said, cats can't pick beats, cats can't do hooks, cats can't fucking pick an album cover. Like all niggas can do is rhyme. That's why you need a team around you. This is what happens when all you can do is rap. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
Nick, what you got up next, bro?
Next, Kill probably shoot me down again, but Cypress Hill. What I liked about Cypress Hill album covers is they didn't have typical rap covers. It looked like a fucking death metal bands. Yeah, like a death metal band cover. Yep. But I always like the album covers. For the whack one, a super dope album. I never liked this album cover.
Yeah, the album cover was a little.
Which one you got?
Questionable.
That sounds
Okay, all right. Yeah.
Like they got the fly Helly Hansen jackets, but like the eyes are supposed to be glowing, but whoever did that it's whack. Like the green and the red is whack. Like if you look closely, like in the trees, you can see like Smith and Wesson and Black Moon off in the tree. Yeah, look at that album cover close. I'm like, this shit is whack. Like, yo, they fucked up with that album cover. The album is dope though, but that album cover is another one. Like, bro, I can't hide this shit while I listen to the album, man. Put this shit under the car seat.
Yo, I'm wondering if it's just like playing D in the fourth quarter, like you just tired. Like by the time you done recorded the whole album, and like all you can be on, so you just like, yeah, you know, whatever y'all want for the cover, y'all pick it. You're right. They have so many dope albums. They have so many whack covers. It just don't make sense. What you got next, man?
Yo, this might be my last because my phone's about to die. But for my dope one, Lab Cabin, California, Far Side. Thought that was a seriously dope album cover. For my whack one, I just had it. Spiritually, Karis one. What was it called? Spiritually Minded or Spiritually Gifted?
I know what you're talking about.
The shit that he had a turtleneck on? He had a turtleneck on, son.
What cover
turtleneck.
Whoa.
This is
spiritually minded.
This is after the jive years.
Turtleneck though, son. And he had the same pose. Look, he had the same pose that Q-Tip did.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, no. He did.
He does.
No.
He does. Look at my face. Mess with you. And I'm a Chris fan, man, up until a certain point. But yeah, the album cover, I couldn't get with it. And I tease a buddy of mine who loves Chris all the time. We're like, yo, the dude put a turtleneck on the album cover. And it was an old school turtleneck with you can see like the lines and shit on it. But but Lab Cabin was my I thought that was a really well done. Actually, I don't know who the artist was that did that album cover, but I thought it was very dope.
Yeah, I felt like that whole album with videos and crime.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But I'm gonna stab out y'all because my phone is dying on me, so I'm not gonna make it through.
All right, no doubt, good brother.
All right, big homie.
Peace, bro.
Peace.
All right. Brack, what you got up next, man?
All right, so for my whack album cover, Vague, man, for everything he said, We Are the Streets, the Locks. That album was terrible. The cover was terrible. Oh my god, man. And for that was probably the only Locks album I actually anticipated. And after that, I really
because after that,
I hadn't been checking for him. And the cover had something to do with that. Dope album cover, Redman. There is a dark side. I mean, a red back sky. Dude's buried in what looks to be an oil field.
Yeah,
yelling. I mean, just the tape is red. It just sets you up for probably one of the most craziest albums that he probably just don't even remember. He don't remember making it. Like, I love that. Like, this to me, this is his best work, personally. But
same here. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, but dope album cover. I mean,
when it like a Parliament Funkadelic homage.
Yeah. The skits were real crazy. It's the what is it? The Maggot Brain. It's a play on the Maggot Brain album. But I just think he did it his way. I like his way a little bit better. The chick with the afro and some dirt. I ain't really get it. but I love There's a Dark Side, man. Period, man.
No doubt. And y'all know I do a book of the week every week. This week's book, the book of hip hop album covers. You know, one of the books that gave me the idea. Very dope book. Goes through a whole bunch of album covers. Different things. The next one I had wasn't in love with the album, but if y'all can see it, You Can't Be Stopped by the Ghetto Boys.
Ghetto Boys.
Yes. Simple fact. No, number one, there's a midget on the cover.
Right, yo, I don't think we can. I don't think that's correct.
It's a little person, Kill.
It's a little person.
It's 2017, man. We're gonna get 85. You can't call it.
They're gonna shut us down.
Little person on the cover. I don't know about y'all. I don't know no little people. So I don't know it. So it was amazing to me that there was a little person in this group. Okay, I feel like little person is so much more disrespectful than midget. Are we serious? Like
we got to go by what they want to. That's what they want to be called.
Oh man! Little person fucking shot himself, and like this is like live footage of him going to the hospital. Like this is not nothing staged.
So did he shoot this? I thought his girlfriend shot him.
His girlfriend shot him.
Oh, his girlfriend shot him.
Yeah, his girlfriend shot him.
My fault. I'm not the biggest Ghetto Boy fan in the world, so I don't know. But this is like live footage of him going.
Yeah, he made a shoot him.
After shooting himself. I mean, after his girlfriend shot him. But just the fact that y'all got enough business-minded sense to say, hey, get a photographer in here real quick. Like, we on the way to the hospital and get this album cover. Like, so to me, dope album cover.
Yep.
Not the fan of the album. Yep. My flag joint, which I will never understand today. Let me pull it out. One of the greatest albums ever, but one of the wackest covers ever.
The credit, yeah, I agree.
Album cover. I don't know what's to play on the blunt paper or whatever. I don't care. Bad idea. Suge should have whooped somebody's ass for this. Somebody.
Suge probably said it was dope.
Okay, well, Suge said it was dope in '92, and I understand why everybody just said okay. Album cover. Somebody should have got stomped out. If they really beat dude up for parking in his parking space in the movie, then somebody should have died over this. Right?
That was true. He said, "That's your album cover. Now say something." He said, "That's it, man."
Yeah, that's cool. I get it. Fine, but if Suge did not pick it, somebody should have died over this because this is this album cover. Like Drake need to go back and remix, not the album, just the cover.
This album cover,
cover for this album because it's one of the greatest albums ever. And for it to have this whack, boring cover is just like even what Dre is wearing, like it's just bad. It's just bad. So that's my joint. Porsha, you got any joints left?
I do. They're not hip hop though.
Go with what you got. Go with what you got.
For a really dope one is the Coldplay X and Y album cover, which actually I love because it just looks like a mess on it, but it's actually Chris Martin's a little bit of a nerd, like he's like an intellectual dude, so he wanted to incorporate something intellectual into his album. So that's actually binary code that spells out X and Y in binary code before Morse code was actually implemented. So for me, I love that. Like I love that he did that as part of his own thing and just did that. I mean, his fans loved it too. I'm not a huge Coldplay fan, but it's a smart move. I liked it. And then for a whack one, again, not hip hop, but Nirvana's Nevermind album cover, which is the baby underwater chasing that, or like swimming towards the dollar bill. Kurt Cobain is a I don't know. I'll keep my comments to myself, but I mean, I didn't like it. He had an obsession with water births, and actually, I think the whoever, I don't know, his people told him like that's way too graphic to put on an album cover, so he went with a baby swimming underwater with a hooked dollar bill. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
All right. I feel you. Veg, what's up with you? You got any more left?
I had a couple as like honorable mentions.
All right, you got.
For Dope, I had Boogie Down Productions, Sex, Drugs, and Violence. Just because there was so much going on that cover. Just real interesting. But it's a cover you could come out with today, and they probably call you a genius. A lot that's there still applies.
Still there, yeah.
I had Biggie's Life After Death for the same reason we mentioned Machiavelli. You know, it's a cover that was planned prior to his death. So for it to come out and, you know, he's kind of sitting there with a hearse there and all of that, it just played into the whole theme of the album. So I thought that was dope. Music to Drive By, Compton Most Wanted.
Yeah.
Mainly because it was the top-down joint.
Hell yeah.
Then in the back, they
got the album cover,
same picture. And I'm like, damn, like in the 80s, like who thought of this? Like this
Exactly.
crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially for that type of album. Because you would think like, yo, go get some guns and that's it.
Exactly.
But it was actually, you know, well thought out. I had Tropical Quest, Low End Theory. I always liked that album cover. It's real plain, but I always loved it. I like Das Effect's album.
What's the first one?
No, I think the first album. I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the way
at
it
the
looked.
time when it came out, you know, just how colorful it was. It kind of matched, you know, like with the whole Iggity and just being different. You know what I'm saying? So I kind of like that. Two more good ones. Daily Operation. Maybe I'm.
No, I like that.
Partial to the.
That's my favorite Gangstar cover.
Yeah, because you know I already loved Gangstar, but when I saw that, it was just like these dudes put in some work. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it felt like. Like Premier, even though he's on a typewriter, it was almost symbolic of him being, you know, on turntables or making beats and grew up front like the MC. So I enjoyed that, of course, with the album. The last good one is an album that I don't even think I've ever heard, but every time I see the album cover, I'm like, man, that's a hot album cover. It's Master P's The Ghetto's Trying to Kill Me. You ever seen that album cover?
No.
Which one is that one?
This is before all the fake shit they used to do with the album covers. That's the one where he got the short.
Oh, yeah, that's dope.
And the dude coming through the window with the
yeah.
Just Google that joint.
It's dope.
Yeah, that's the one he was.
I always thought that was hot
debate.
because again, I didn't know anything about Master P, and to me, if your album cover is interesting enough, I'm going to want to look further, and I think that's the key to having an album. That's why I always like rock albums and rock videos, because they do things that make you wonder, what the hell is this about? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what draws you into the music. Now on the wax side, I only got 3. Goody Mob, World Party.
Oh yeah, horrible.
What the fuck was that?
Horrible.
That was
like what? I didn't know what that was. Hell Rel.
With the bullet teeth.
where he had the terrible bullet teeth all throughout his teeth. You seen that before, Kel?
Nah, see that one. Who I don't even know who that was.
He was with Diplomats. With
Dipset. And the last one is a rapper I only know because his album has to be hands down the wackest album in the history of anything. It's this dude called Big Bear.
Oh yeah. That's the greatest album cover of all time.
That is the worst. Kill. I know you probably haven't seen it. He got actual grizzly bears with chains and suits and shit on around him.
Smoking this shit.
Like, Big Bear doing things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I heard of this dude, man.
Look that shit up. You will laugh.
I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, post that shit. That shit is a classic. That's in that Human Tornado lane.
I'm still looking for that movie, B. I've been looking for it.
Oh,
you found it?
Yeah. I have the DVD and shit. So I bought that shit. That's how good it is. I was looking for that thing, man. Nobody got that. I'm gonna keep digging for it, though. I'm gonna keep digging. I can probably find it for you. Yeah. If you find it, send it to me, B. For real. All right. Nick, what you got up next, bro?
Far Side, Bizarre Ride, album cover,
It takes you on the roller coaster that you see pictured. Outkast, ATLiens. It was like an actual mini comic book.
Now, see, that's how you do a comic. I don't know who the fuck you got, but that's how you do. This niggas had a whole comic book when you open it. Like, that's artwork right there.
And the third one is a rock band, Corn. I don't know if you ever see it. Follow the Leader. I just like the artwork. It's like Children of the Corn type of shit. You got the chick playing the hopscotch, about to hop off the ledge, and a bunch of kids following behind it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope.
It's always done that. For the worst, and I know it's not to be taken serious, but Cool Keith's.
Oh, man.
When he did the Dr. Doom album with the Rat Burger.
I don't know what happened to that dude, man. I don't know what happened.
He's still rapping.
I mean, I know
he went on the Bazaar.
No.
And that's it.
He had to cater to the frat boy crowd that was supporting him.
You done? That's it?
That's it.
All right, Rack, what you got up, man?
So Wack album cover, only got like one left. I'm going with Lil Wayne, the Carter 3. Dope album, but the cover was terrible.
Yeah.
With the tattoo, I just was not feeling it. So for dope covers, I got Hard to Earn, Gangstar. I just like the fact that it was red. I think me and Red got a thing going on. But I love the album. I love the cover. Del the Funky Homo Sapien, No Need for Alarm. It just struck me. It took me years to realize the dude was standing in front of like some kind of Chinese or Asian temple. I don't know what he's doing, but I just like the way it jumped out at me. Slick Rick, Great Adventures of Slick Rick. As the first album I heard, cover to cover at 10 years old. The dude had an accent like my pop, so I gravitated towards that album, man. Dope album, dope cover. And I got the Death Certificate down, man. That's one of the reasons I bought the album.
That cover.
It caught me because I was like, hold up, is that a? Oh yeah, let me get that. And just dope album, man. That's all I got left.
All right, no doubt. I got a couple of joints, but they come in. A lot of them are coming out in this book. One of them I need to pull over here.
Before you close it out, I had one more thing to say. Jay-Z, one of my favorite rappers. He has like the most boring album. Like, have you just go through his discography? All of his album covers look like Ralph Lauren polo ads.
Yeah, they do.
They're just like him in like a suit or some shit, standing next to a car. Dopest rapper, one of the dopest rappers, period. But the album covers is boring.
Yeah, one of
444 was pretty whack.
Yeah, I was just about to say that's one of my whack ones was that 444 joint. So I agree with you on that. First up is Dilated Peoples, director of photography. The thing I loved about this album is they have it where you open it up and it's like
got the pictures, the photographs.
Yeah, it's kind of like Polaroids.
Now, one thing on that, Kill, because since you pulled out the Jake One Freeway, you got to give shout outs to Rhymesayers, because that's the record label to put both of those out.
Yeah,
They do a good job with the packaging.
Yeah, they put a lot of money behind their packaging because on each one of the Polaroids is like the liner notes. You know what I mean? So to me, it was just real original. And then Ev is like a photographer, so I mean, even the Polaroids are dope. So definitely thought that was real original. I'm gonna scroll through this book real quick because there was a couple of joints in here that I thought was dope. Like I said earlier, me being a graph head, I always loved Just Ice. Going back to the old school.
Yeah.
Just a joint right there. Probably because I wasn't the greatest graffiti artist, but this kind of reminded me of my style on what I would draw. Another dope joint in here. Power by Ice-T.
Yeah.
Black cover. Darlene, I don't know if y'all seen her lately. She's still bananas at like 50.
Still banging. Yeah,
Yes,
she's
sir.
still beautiful.
What else is in here? Just for people who didn't peep it, Compton's Most Wanted, and shouted out. Very dope album cover. One of my favorite ones was this Public Enemy 12 inch. You're gonna get yours. It was just like all these dudes, like 86, sitting on like Cadillacs. Like when I was on Twitter the other day talking about how Jettas used to be a hip hop car. Talking about getting a Pathfinder. Like everything hip hop, not Maybachs and Wraiths and Benzes and all that. They have a Cadillac, and that made it on the album cover. I'm almost through here. We got this one I love, the 12-inch from Love's Gonna Get You. It had the bullet, it had the gun.
Okay, so yeah.
You know, we're talking about material love and kicks and gold and mobile phones and kind of just saying how, you know, our materialistic lust was gonna kill us. You know what I mean? I thought that was dope. What else is up in there?
It's kind of killed the culture a little bit.
Yeah, true indeed. KMD's Black Bastards.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah,
that
very
was
dope. Very
dope.
dope.
The last one I got is you know what I got? I had Things Fall Apart by The Roots.
The Roots, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's dope.
Now which one? Because they had several.
Well, that's my thing. I got let me pull these out.
I think I had the one with the church that burned down.
You got the 5 covers that I didn't realize a lot of people didn't realize that they had 5 different covers. You had the you had the church. You had this one. I think is the one they probably printed the most of.
Yeah.
You had the dude with the card.
Yeah.
And you had the baby, little baby crying, and then you had this joint. You know what I mean? So I definitely thought those were dope. And the one thing that I had was whack. I don't know if a lot of people will remember it. Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince first album, Rock the House. Because if I can get it right here, this was the album cover that came out. You know, and again, well, here's the thing.
Wow, is that a dollhouse?
Yeah. So
it is.
This,
oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yes, he's rocking the house. He has the house, and Jeff is like scratching on the house. But this ain't even the whack part. The whack part was they had another cover that basically bit Run DMC's King of Rock album.
I remember that, yeah.
That's very hard to find. Like, I think they only printed it on vinyl. I think it's in this book, so I'm going to thumb through it after y'all give shout-outs and everything like that. But I thought it was just whack, the way that they blatantly bit the album cover. Like, it was a blatant bite. Like, it wasn't even no different thing to do. And to do some shit like that in, like, 1986 was just whack to me. And then to even come back with this was better. Still whack. So I'm gonna try to find it. But Rec, give them all your information where they can get at you, everything like that, bro.
Man, dope show. I gotta say it. At DJ Rec1 is the Twitter handle, and the IG is at Worldwide Rec1.
All right, Nick, give them all your news. You got the new joint, so
Kill gonna Kill tag me. So just follow Kill. He gonna tag it up in there.
Well, I thought you shortened it because the other joint.
Oh yeah, I mean the Twitter is Balloon, like how Daylight spelled it on Balloon Mind State. IG is 14 Karat Gold Slum Computer Wizard, but they won't find that. So just let Kill tag it, and
you'll get everything you need for Dick. Porsha, give them all your stuff.
Twitter's Cherchez La Porsche, off Supreme Clientele, and same with IG.
All right. And Vay, give them all your stuff too, bro.
You can follow me on social media at Vegas World INC. And you can check out my podcast, Hip Hop Now Podcast, on SoundCloud.com/Hip Hop Now Podcast.
All right. And of course, don't forget to shout out your team and your crew and your website and everything.
DefineArevolution.com.
All right. No doubt. No doubt. And you already know what it is with me, Kill 889. We'll make beats for food. I'm still trying to find this joint, but I can't. So just look up Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince Rock the House. It'll probably come up as both of them, but you'll see that it was a blatant bite. And I just felt so bad because I'm like, damn, it's like the first time Philly got some hip hop and we gonna fight. like Run DMC. Like, we ain't biting off fucking Houdini. We biting off the
Run DMC.
Like, it's for my cousins from Brooklyn to talk shit about Philly, and now we biting Run DMC. Dope show, y'all. I'll check y'all next week.
Peace.